The only memories that I have of my mom and dad actually being together are of them fighting. And I remember just feeling so scared, you know. Even as a child, it's one of those moments where you're old enough to know what's going on and you're old enough to know it's not supposed to be this way. It just made me, it made me long for something that I couldn't put words to at the time. Throughout my childhood, we would go back and forth every other week, 50-50. And when I was 15, that relationship with my dad was actually severed. And that caused just an unimaginable pain for me. In high school, that was some of the darkest years of my life. And I remember a lot of times where I felt like this world would be a better place without me. Going into high school, those years are already rough enough. I was lucky enough to have a friend who invited me to church project. She saw me in math class, and even though we weren't super close at the time, I think she could see that I was struggling. And she just handed me one of the church project cards and said, you know, come with me at 10. I remember telling my parents that I wanted to go to this church in a warehouse, and they thought I was crazy. They didn't know what to think of it. I remember just showing up, hearing the worship wash over me, and just feeling at peace. That was incredible for me. I joined the student group, and I started joining a house church, and I had house church pastors who poured into me, and they were just really consistent, people that I could look to in my life. That's when I really started to develop a relationship with Jesus. My entire life changed. I remember I even had a high school coach tell me just a couple weeks later, she came up to me and said, Kendall, I don't know what it is about you, but you're glowing. There's something different about you. I graduated from high school and went off to college. And my freshman year, my mom and my stepdad actually separated and got a divorce, and that sent me spiraling again. It just sent me to a really dark place, down on my hands and knees. And I just prayed that God would bring me a friend, someone that I could trust and look to. Little did I know that he would actually bring me my husband. 8 weeks ago, we had our little girl, Lila. That first night when we brought her home, it felt like God broke open my heart. There was this hurt that was so deep that I never thought that it could be fixed. But somehow, God mended that. Seeing the way that my husband is a father to our little girl, it fixed something I didn't think that could be fixed. I'm just forever grateful that someone took the time to invite me, to spot me in a crowd and just say, you know, come to church with me, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be the wife that I am today. I wouldn't be a mom. I don't know if I'd be here. And it meant everything.